Hey buddy, it's Crazy10 and welcome back to some more Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. In the last one, we went through Classic Mode, ran through as Lucina, another of the big clone characters in the game, as well as another newcomer. And today we're going to be running through Classic Mode as yet another newcomer, this time being Pac-Man, our first third-party character. So yeah, Pac-Man's here in the game, isn't that crazy? So starting things off, let's check out Pac-Man's palette swaps. We got the standard Pac-Man model, I think based off like one of his like 3D designs, like Pac-Man World or something. Then we have a bit of a blue outfit. Most of it just changes his like armbands or shoes or gloves, not really his like actual, you know, skin. So we got a blue color right there for his armbands. We've got a yellow, we've got a black, we've got a purple, we've got a white, we've got red, and we also have the oven mitts palette swap. And they're very simple. I kind of wish there was a bit more added to his palette swaps, if I'm being honest. But what can you do? Anyways, let's get into it. Pac-Man 7.0 Classic Mode. You know the drill. So Pac-Man, of course, our first third-party character in Smash for Wii U, or Smash 4. Pretty excited to have him here. I mean, like, I'm not a big Pac-Man player. I'm not. I don't really like playing Pac-Man all that much. But I do think it's really cool that he is in Smash Brothers. You know, he's very fitting. He's a character that I feel like deserves a spot within the roster. So yeah, that's at least like something to be happy about. I know Pac-Man has a lot of like, he has like stuff based off of like the arcade Pac-Man game, as well as some like, I think 3D Pac-Man game mechanics or like moves. So that's gonna be really fun to like see. And a very abysmal grab though. That grab is like pathetic. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of wish he had a better grab. That's like one thing. That worked, okay. I kind of just baited him into like falling into it, but okay, we'll take it. Alright, so going into Pac-Man, starting things off, he is a middleweight character, but slightly atypical when it comes to his weight class. As for mobility, he's got pretty average airspeed and above average air acceleration, below average walking, dashing, falling speed, gravity, and traction, and it makes him a floaty character, but not as floaty as someone like Luigi. He can also crawl, but it's kind of impractical due to him having a tall crouch, and he can also wall jump. So at least like two big mechanics there for like survivability and whatnot. Wall jumping is definitely very important. One of the first characters that like crouching or crawling really doesn't really help out much like at all, just because of like how tall of a crouch he has. That works really well. As for his strengths though, he's got a very heavy item-based gameplay to him. He relies very heavily on his neutral special, the bonus fruit, and the down special, the fire hydrant, to control neutral and also set up KOs. The bonus fruit is like his main projectile, where each of the fruits have some very unique properties for like spacing, combos, edge guarding, and KOs. The fire hydrant actually is a really good defensive option, defensive item, but also works very well offensively, as it can like be used as either a strong launch projectile, or using like the fire hydrant for some defense and having the water push opponents away. Then stuff like the side B is really good for like some horizontal recovery, and some like some mind game usage here and there. And then the up special is of course his main recovery, his actually pretty decent recovery. Has like, it's a really weird, unique one. How you can like jump on it 3 different times, with the last one, with like the 4th jump kind of being like bad. You don't really want to fall on it because you go into free fall mode. But again, we'll get more into it as we get into like training mode and stuff, and go more into detail about each of his moves. But yeah, very very solid stuff for his movesets. Very heavy on the item usability. Or usability. There we go. That works. Bayonetta just kind of put herself in that terrible position, but we take those. Okay, I need to. That power pellet is so good. If you know how to use that well, I've seen some crazy play from like Pac-Man players. Lucina, where are you going? I'm trying to hurt you. Okay, come on, brother. I know you can also like kill with the Pac jump, the up B, but it's kind of difficult. You had to like kind of be put into like the right position. Hold up. Lucina, stop. Lucina, hold up. Oh, that should have worked, but it didn't. I'm mad. No way she just double freaking KO'd us. That's insane. Hold up, I need to get this. There we go. Let's go for this final smash, because why not? Lucina, every time I fight Lucina, I feel like she's always just such a scum of a character to go up against. Yeah, that's what you get. Alright. Way too difficult of a character every single time I fight her. I don't understand what it is. But going into his combos in his neutral game, he's got very good combo potential despite having weaker ground attacks. For his ground attacks, his tilts and neutral attack are fast and extend hitboxes. His up tilt changes into itself and into up aerials. The down tilt actually can combo into dash attack and other follow-ups. As for the aerial attacks, let's go maybe like Robin. Let's go Lucina. As for his aerial attacks, they're pretty fast, chainable, and strong for damage racking. The neutral and back aerials are reliable offstage finishers, and neutral air is also a good out of shield option. Very, very solid move there. As for his custom moves though, there's some pretty good ones. There's variants like basically almost all of them. Wow, okay, Falcon. The Freaky Fruit, very interesting name there. The Lazy Fruit, the Distant Power Pellet, the Enticing Power Pellet, the Power Pack Jump, the Meteor Trampoline, the On Fire Hydrant, and the Dire Hydrant allow Pac-Man to provide Pac-Man with better mix-ups, recovery flexibility, GIMP setups, offensive play options, and safer hydrant use. So all of them can actually be very, very helpful depending on what you're looking for. So that's at least pretty nice. One character that like actually has pretty solid custom moves all around. Bye-bye. That worked really well. I don't even know what was going on between like Lucina and Yoshi there. I was just like reading off my notes and then just like boom, Lucina was just getting destroyed. As for his weaknesses though, because Pac-Man has quite a few, he has some KO issues. He struggles to KO early due to having a low base knockback on most of his moves. Only the clean neutral aerial and clean back aerial have real KO potential. Smash attacks are able to KO reliably but are slow, punishable, and predictable. The bonus fruit's key is strong but requires 2.37 seconds of charge time, which can be a big problem, obviously, if your opponent does not want to wait for you, which obviously, you know, which makes sense, right? But yeah, and then finally the Fire Hydrant is also very powerful, but it can be reflected or just generally used against Pac-Man. So yeah, a lot of stuff. All of his projectiles can be easily used against him if you're not careful enough, or if you're just fighting against a character that has a reflector like Pit, for example. He's gonna be a big problem. Let's throw the Galaga ship. Because that actually works really well. That didn't do anything. Come on. Pit, please. Hold up. I don't know if this is going to be helpful. I'm going to try it. Ooh, you scum. I knew that was going to happen, but I wanted to try it, see if I can maybe get him there. But I guess not. Wow, he is really spamming that. Trying to catch me off guard. I don't think so, buddy. Are we doing it again? No way. Pit! Hold up. Oh, I'm scared. No way! He got it. Oh, he got it. Drill! Damn it! I tried. He was smart there. Okay, I'm gonna die here more than likely. Yeah, that makes sense. I was about to get that garbage too. Oh my gosh. Relax, Pit. Oh, there we go. Now it's shooting. Okay. In what world is that not hit? Why am I having so much trouble with this fight? Get out of here. No way the cars just saved him there. That's insane. There we go. Zawardo! Tokyo Tamari! Get the frick out of here, Pit. Freaking scumbag. Continuing on with his weaknesses though, Pac-Man has pretty limited range of mobility. He has awkward hitboxes and average range, which makes spacing difficult. Below average mobility does hinder both approaching and retreating, and he does struggle against rushdown characters and those with high reach. As for his grabs and throws, his grabs are very risky due to having extreme startup and ending lag and awkward hitboxes. His throws also are generally pretty weak. Only the down throw has notable combo potential. Everything else, pretty lackluster, sadly. He's also very vulnerable to opponent's item control. The bonus fruits can of course be caught and used against Pac-Man. Any characters with reflectors or item control tools are very problematic for him, as Villager can pocket the bonus fruit, and Rosalie and Illuma can also just generally nullify his projectiles entirely. So some big problems there, and of course characters like Fox and Pit can easily just like reflect everything. So yeah, be careful of that. Continuing on though, the fire hydrants can also be reflected, redirected, or even just used for self-damage. So yeah, all of his stuff can easily just be used against him if you're not careful enough, and that could obviously be a very big problem when playing Pac-Man. Okay, I gotta be careful here because these guys are like... Do that, there we go. Oh, the bomb, because of course there would be. Stop, I'm getting comboed like crazy right now. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Throw the bomb, let it explode. There we go. What even happened there? He like glitched. Okay, fine. I'm gonna hold up. I'm not losing to Mii Fighters. That's not happening. In no world does that ever happen. I'm getting away from that box because that is a death hazard, I feel. Get out of here. Get out of here, buddy boy. Okay, let's see what this box was. It was the bomb. See what I tell you. Every single time I try and live, something wants to show up just out of the blue and like destroy everything for me. So the good thing I didn't bottle with that box. That would have been very bad. He also has a lot of predictability and risk factors to him. The power pellet, the side special, is easily interrupted and can drop a healing pellet for opponents. The pack jump can be exploited by enemies to gimp recovery, and he also needs constant awareness of item positions to avoid self-sabotage. So as for his overall playstyle, Pac-Man excels quite well at mind games, zoning, damage racking, and edge guarding setups. However, he does rely heavily on traps, setups, and special moves to secure KOs, and he also has a very high skill ceiling. He requires very strong item management, creative setups, and awareness to avoid having tools turned against him. So overall, Pac-Man can be really useful and really versatile of a character to play with, right? To utilize in matches. But he's really tough to properly use. I don't know many people who actively like play Pac-Man super confidently. I had like I think I maybe had a friend who actually got pretty decent as Pac-Man back in like high school. But like overall, it's like no one plays Pac-Man from what I can tell. Even like at a high level of play, Pac-Man is just never really prominent, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's kind of a shame, but I guess Pac-Man just like is too difficult of a character to like properly master for some people. And on top of that, he just has kind of like a high risk to him, which can definitely make him a big problem when playing as him. So yeah, I mean, hey, if you want to check out the character yourself, by all means do that. It could be actually really fun. Could be a character that you can utilize quite well. Can I hit this guy? Thank you. Oh my gosh, those smash attacks are such weak range. It's insane. I have so much trouble like actually hitting opponents with those smash attacks. That's utilized. The hydrant. Oh, it didn't even hit him. Oh, it did. Nice. He kind of put himself. What do I even do here? I guess that's an option. You know what? We take those. Is he gonna do the big swap? Big swipe? Yep. I knew it. See, I knew these guys' pattern. I'm not crazy. I've done classic mode in Smash Wii U way too many times. Oh, that worked very well. Okay, because if that didn't kill, I would have probably gone swoop there a little bit. Oh, excuse me. Don't shoot down a hydrant on me, bro. Okay, I'm not even like that. Wasn't even my smash attack, and the fact that didn't even hit me is insane. I was right next to him, and okay, yeah. Like, Pac-Man has a lot of troubles, a lot of bad stuff to him. So just be wary of that if you do decide to play this character. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Let's get this guy out of here. Forward smash, bam, nice. That's a good way to end it. Fell right into my arms. How romantical. All right, so let's get out of here. Finish up Pac-Man. Funny enough, I actually did pretty well in the final boss. The actual classic mode could have been better. The actual fights could have been a lot better. But I think the boss definitely went pretty well. Can I kill I want to kill the hydrants. It's gonna be difficult. Hold up, let me try this. No, not quite. No, okay, fine, up smash. What the heck was that? Pac-Man, I'm trying to like hype you up as a character so people actually play you, but you're making it really difficult for me, buddy. You're being really difficult. But there we have it. For some decent rewards, 3 new custom moves actually, so I should definitely take those. And so let's score all around. Honestly, a lot better than I thought it was going to do. Okay, let's get these credits rolling. I think Pac-Man's gonna have a pretty decent time. I say that for a lot of characters, and then I end up like messing up towards the end. So I'm gonna maybe try and keep my mouth shut, but I think Pac-Man's got some pretty good moves for this. The neutral air is gonna be decent, but I'd also need to like be careful of like my timing on it, because if I do not time it well, then it's just going to not work properly. So I need to be really careful about that. Avoid the screw attack, because that is my worst enemy for credits. Oh my gosh, that up air is terrible. It's like you have to hit with like the tip of it almost. What even is that? It has a terrible hitbox. Damn, Pac-Man. Again, I'm trying to like make you, you know, enjoyable for people to like, you know, maybe play you in the future, but like, man, you're not making it easy. Every single time I play you or see someone play you, you're like, man, you turn people off, it seems. Sorry, my guy, but like it kind of feels like that. Okay, we're doing pretty well in the top area. That's like basically all finished. I need to get this. Pac-Man's gonna be a lot more difficult than I thought he was gonna be. He's gonna be a lot more difficult to finish this up with, I think. I don't even know if I want to go for screw attack. Part of me kind of wants to, just to see how well I can do with it, because I know I screw up with it a lot. Can I get this area? Thank you. Oh my gosh. Let me get that area. Perfect. Okay, now we just got bottom. Just basically all bottom. Which I'm perfectly fine with. It's gonna make my life a lot easier. Just go for some tilts, some smash attacks probably. There we go. Some low neutral aerials. Get the bomb going. This is gonna be the best thing for me to do. Okay, didn't really do much for me, but sure. Get some of these suckers. Get some of these. Easy money. Pac-Man, please hit. I need that to hit. Thank you. Okay, just this area. Boom. We done. Let's go. Oh, you know what? The hydrant could have been decent. Cause like dropping it also like hits a lot, but then like if you shoot it out and use it as like an actual projectile, it can actually hit multiple credits at once. I didn't even think about that until I didn't think about that until like last minute, but there we go. Well, that's pretty interesting background image, kind of funny. There we go. That's Pac-Man. Let's check out his taunts real quick. So we got the up taunt. This one actually is pretty cool because they can like rotate between like different like Namco kind of art. And we got the side taunt. Classic Pac-Man there. And then of course the down taunt. This one might be able to hit opponents, but I'm not sure about that. But there we go. That's Pac-Man. Funny character. Alright, there we go. Actually, I think I'm mistaken though. I don't believe his down taunt can hit opponents. I thought it could originally, but no, I'm mistaken. I think the only ones that can are Luigi and Greninja, and that's about it. So yeah, keep that in mind. But try and utilize the Pac-Man down taunt against opponents, because that's not gonna work well. But going into his moveset real quick, because we want to talk about that for a second. So of course we got the Final Smash, which we saw in Classic mode, but this is a Super Pac-Man. Pretty interesting one. He turned into a giant 8-bit Pac-Man. Or like flat 2D Pac-Man, that he can constantly like just go around the stage going up and down, left and right, and just constantly eating opponents. He can also just combo opponents left and right. The more opponents that he's able to eat within his time as Super Pac-Man, he will rack up points. The points don't do anything, but they are just kind of like there, just like a fun little Easter egg or whatever, fun little game to try and play. But yeah, just a decent little one that can deal some damage and, you know, do some moderate knockback against opponents. Can actually like be pretty good at killing off opponents. But if Pac-Man actually like goes off screen, he will end up actually. Well, actually, I'm curious about this. How does it work if I go off screen with him? Does he like just go off onto the other side? Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, so you can do that. If you go off the stage with him, even on the bottom, Yeah, he just appears on the other side, which is so freaking sick. Really, really cool mechanic, just a fun Final Smash. But going into his special moves real quick, we have the neutral special, which is of course the bonus fruit where he cycles between different fruits, each of them having different mechanics, different properties, good for of course spacing combos, edge guarding, KOs. The apple and the key specifically are very strong KO options, and it also has it's pretty high level tech, which allows some footstool 0 to death combos using the bonus fruit. Some pretty advanced Pac-Man stuff there, but it's pretty good. So here's a key, which is obviously the best one. Goes fast and is a really good combo, really good kill move. The flan, or like the bell, if I could pull that off real quick. You can also like dodge out of it to like save the fruits. So like the one that you actually dodge out of will be the one you just automatically pull out. But this bell is really good because it goes a short distance, but it will stun your opponents, which allows for like really cool mix-up and combo potential. So yeah, the bonus fruit is really, really cool, has a lot of versatility to it. Of course, then we have the side special, which is the power pellet, which functions both as a recovery and a mind game tool. Can curve around the fire hydrant, push effects for creative setups, and it can be confirmed from the bonus fruit's bell. So stun your opponent with the bell and then go into the power pellet. It can be really, really good from there. But yeah, as you can see, it has a lot of movement to it. You can go more of an upwards angle. You can go, hold up, I'm not trying to do uppy. Go more downwards, do like a swiggly line. It's really cool. It can be really useful. You can also like, your opponent can also like hit you out of it, and the power pellet will drop on the floor, which lets you or your opponents regain a little bit of health from it, so be careful of that. But going into the up special, which is the Pac Jump, it's a pretty great vertical recovery with 3 trampoline jumps. So go 1, 2, and 3, and then the last one, if you fall into it, will put you into free fall mode, either you or your opponents. It's pretty difficult to gimp thanks to having unblockable hitboxes, and it can serve as an added shield option when timed pretty well. The opponents can also utilize it as a recovery, but if you're able to like set things up really well, you can have it so your opponent actually falls onto the trampoline at the bad one, the last one where they go into free fall. It's tough to do, but it's very, very useful, and if you know how to properly use it. And then finally, the down special, the fire hydrant, of course, where he just drops down a fire hydrant and can utilize it either for defensive play or offensive play. Either, you know, having it just like utilize it as a strong launch projectile, or just make it defensive by having the water just push opponents away, keeping them away from Pac-Man. It's pretty useful for covering landings, just like below Pac-Man, for breaking combos, and for also gimping certain recoveries. So overall, pretty cool movesets. Tricky to use for sure, but with enough training, the Pac-Man players can be really insane with those moves. Well, let's go ahead and finish things off with, of course, the trophy. So there's Pac-Man, all caps, funny enough. The yellow circular hero of the game Pac-Man, which is recognized as the most successful coin-operated arcade game by Guinness World Records. In Smash Bros, he uses several moves inspired by the original Pac-Man. Waka Waka your foes by charging up the power pellet move and aiming at them. And I guess we have our Pac-Man and Pac-Land both on the arcade. Interesting, those are the 2 games. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. Cool that at least in this game they like give you the consoles for games. I know back in like Brawl for Snake and Sonic, they would not put like PlayStation or like Genesis for those 2 characters and like their trophies. I think they still did it with Sonic, but I'm not sure. We'll see it later. But anyways, that is it for today's episode of Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. Thank you guys for watching. In the next one, we're going to be heading into Classic Mode as Mega Man, another newcomer and another third-party character. So a pretty fun one that we're going to be talking a lot about next time. So subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Social media, including the Twitch and all the other channels, are of course down in the description. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Pop-Tart out.